Hey everybody, Ammo here for another Here's the Storm replay. And this is actually not the replay I wanted to upload. There were some good games I wanted to upload from before the patch, but unfortunately, when the game is patched, the replays from previous patches no longer work with the patch. And unfortunately, also the UI I had for the replay also didn't work with the new patch. So we're just being like default UI on a game I didn't want to cast, but I still want to get something out here. So I have another game on me as Nazeebo, except the reason I chose this game is because we're actually going to go with the Ravenous Spirit Ultimate, not the Gargantuan this time. Because, quick word about that, when I first started playing, well, not when I first started playing, last time I played for the hiatus, Ravenous Spirit was the dominant ultimate. Because it was high risk, high reward, you can do a bunch of damage, like wipe out the whole team, the risk being you can get, it's a channel, and get interrupted before you do much with it. And then they nerfed it over time, so it's like slower, less damage, less AoE, and you still have the same risk of just having your channel interrupted. So the Gargantuan became dominant because it's much more consistent, reliable damage. And the last patch, they buffed Ravenous Spirit up again a little bit, gave it its AoE a little bit more, gave it a more scaling damage. So I figured, alright, we'll play around with that, try it out. And otherwise we have, playing a default again, I think it was a ranked match, so doing default and I do some duo queue. But he's on Tychus, hiding behind Leoric here. Also have a Jaina and a Lily. The enemy team we're facing on the cursed map of the curses and the Hawk Spirit. I forget that. Cursed Hollow there, Cursed Hollow. Enemy team we have a Joanna, Keltheos, Uther, Zagara, and Vala. So let's just get it started. It's more than I wanted to say. And I'll likely be doing live games from now. Like I'll just be recording it live, similar to how it'd be if I was streaming. I'll do the game live, and we'll just upload the live gameplay with if I'm playing with default, just our discussion. Probably at least I'm playing with default, because I'm playing alone. I have to do single commentary, which is going to make me play just terribly, because I'm already bad at the game. I have to talk while I'm playing it. It's going to be a disaster if I have to actually commentate while I'm playing it. So that might not work out. So maybe just the replays I have with default, that I play live, just so we can avoid all this UI mess. And we also had the bug, the static animation bug, when I uploaded this replay, when I tried to launch this replay in the first time. So that was a pain in the butt. So here we are, in the Cursed Hollow, and kind of got weird kind of lanes, because people all went weird places, but looks like it's Default and I is soloing the off lanes, and we have Leo here setting up for some ganks, which I think Leoric's pretty decent ganker. Turn to a ghost, he can slow, he has his life drain. Seems like a pretty solid ganker. Otherwise, oh, I'm just down here with Zagara, complaining about how much I hate Zagara, because she's a pretty strong specialist. She pushes really hard, and she has really annoying Hydralisks. But of course, Nazeebo also pushes really hard, so it's fair enough, I guess. It's just annoying. Well, here we trade Joanna for Jaina. Leoric's, I'm gonna get him. The go see. So I like Leoric. I think I'm usually not a warrior player, but I really like Leoric's design and his art and how he functions and everything, so I might actually start playing Leoric. Despite me normally being a terrible warrior player, and I typically avoid them. Bottom lane, nice and boring, just us pushing each other. So we're not so much focusing on me right now, because there's not much going on there at the beginning. Everyone else having a great job pushing. Default, pushing back the Vala and the Uther with the Lily support. Which Lily not my favorite support. Oh, here comes Kelthas. Uh-oh. And also at the same time, we have a gank on bottom here. Well, it looks like they evaded the gank they knew was coming. But here's Leo, pinging Zagara. So I go up to bait her in. She's like, yeah, I want to kill this guy. Then now we just 2v1 her. Yeah, good bait me. Good job me. Actually, it's a really good job Leo, of course, with that gank. So good job Leoric. He's performing pretty well this game. I was happy with him being around. The fall jumped to Keltheos did excuse gank top finally, but he was able to get out of it with Lily's help there. Zio, like I said, doing a good job roaming around and getting some ganks. So what kind of mount is that? Just completely distracted here by Jaina's mount. I can actually see what it is. She has cool skin and a decent mount. And there's no curse yet, so we're just running around laning, getting experience. We have a small lead from the gank. And looks like we're out pushing their lanes a little bit, but that's a pretty small bit of experience. If you get a couple minions over enemy, it's not really a big deal. Unlike, let's say, League of Legends, if you get like 10 CS lead, it translates into a hefty amount of gold and could be like a whole item difference, but And here's the Storm, not so much yellow experience. I stood there and ate all those Banelings, and I was like, well, that was stupid of me. Catch Joanna and some zombies, but she can pull the zombies into her, which sometimes can be helpful, sometimes doesn't help her at all. It just kind of depends on the situation. And I'm out of mana for this, so I'm like really useless for this fight. Otherwise, everyone's skirmishing. And we managed to take out Joanna. She went a little too deep to all of our damage characters and got destroyed while Leo was zoning off the rest of their team. We're very low on mana, low on resources. They are down a man, but we don't have much to fight with. Fort Valos get zoned out because she's so weak, and yeah, they just don't have without their warrior, they just can't really initiate on us. Zagara is like there's a lot of low characters here for Zagara to kill, but fortunately our Leoric, as I was doing a good job, was able to keep her out while we kept the tribute, which I'm surprised we managed to do because man, that was a scary situation. Fortunately, our poor panda bear here almost gets caught, but she managed to escape. The default saving her with a grenade. So great job, default. And now we just go back to laning. This is how tribute man works. I think I do like the Cursed Hollow. I feel like it has a feeling of like a more traditional MOBA with a lot of laning and ganking, moving around, and then you just kind of play like normal MOBA until a tribute spawns, and then that's like the objective you want to go fight for. Which kind of has a unique feeling compared to a lot of the other maps, which are a little more like you're constantly focused on the objective. It's when the objectives come and goes, and it has a traditional 3-lane setup. Versus, you know, the mines. The mines have an objective that comes and goes, but it's also 2 lanes, and then after the first mines, you go on the mines at any point, so it's still a little weird. Once again, we're just hanging out. Not much to say. Like I said, this wasn't the most exciting replay. I just uploaded it because of the alt, just the different Nazeebo build, slightly different Nazeebo build because of the changed alt. Wasn't the thing I wanted most to upload. We had some really interesting games. I missed it because the patch messed up the replays and the mess. Probably why I'll be recording the live games. Helped with that a little bit. Unfortunately, Jaina gets caught way out, just way deep behind enemy lines trying to get this tribute. So we're down a man. I zone out the zombies. Not gonna last forever. Zagara's threatening the flank here pretty hard. We're doing what we can for damage, but there's a lot going on here. Try to push out Zagara, but she's behind us. Leo's doing his best, and Leo's a tough character. And Lee goes down. Leoric goes down. It's just me and Default, and I'm almost dead, so I can't even stick around here. Default's trying to finish off Joanna, but he gets baited in, and then Zagara came in to finish me off. So not much I could have done there. Well, I mean, we could have not got killed. I should take that back. We should have not been killed. We should have just been out of there instead of trying to contest it so hard. And then Jane and Leoric come back in, trying to contest again. Probably, we should have just let that go. Like, there's no reason to let all those kills go. We should have just sacrificed it. We didn't need it. So, it happens. Now we're behind experience because we let all those kills go. Because we don't really, it's a 1 tribute. 1 tribute doesn't mean anything. 2 tributes, not so much. 3 tributes when you get the curse. We didn't have to. We could have just let that go. Just be like, okay, Jaina got caught, just let him have it. We don't need to give him a bunch of kills to try to fight 4v5. So that's kind of dumb on our whole team's part to go for that. We should have just backed off. And now back to laning, pushing in mid pretty hard. You know, all you really need is 1 person each lane, so you can push as much as we want to. Coming down for a gank down here. And, okay, see, no, we're setting up, no, the elite just runs in, or not. It's not a very aggressive gank at all. I don't think Jane expected me to show up, so I get her stuck in the zombie walls, but she's pretty tough, so we're shooting her a lot. She's not dying. Like, wow, all 3 of us focusing her down. Joanna's, I mean, she's a warrior, that's kind of the point, isn't it? Now we just attribute. We get 5v5, we can actually fight for this. We don't need to go sacrifice ourselves. And I throw down some abilities to try to get this lane pushing before we go worry about the tribute. And it seems like Zagara is doing the same thing. But we are going to be down ultimates for this fight, which is a big deal. Yeah, they just got 10, so they have their ults, and we don't. So it's a fight we shouldn't be taking. I expected Leo to run through that bush instead of stopping it, so I put the zombie wall. Not to cancel it, and then they have their ults, so they're going to be just pooping on us. So we're doing what we can to fight them off here. Leo actually almost gets out. I guess he got damage over time. Not sure what killed him there. And Default's doing what he can to harass them, but I mean, we're both doing what we can, but we can't. It is 4v2 at that point. We took another bad fight because because they had their ults. Again, not a fight we needed to take. They had their ults. That wasn't the third tribute even. We didn't need to go for it. So early on, we're making some poor choices. I forgot. I didn't even realize we're making all these poor choices early on in the game. So now we're down actually 2 levels. About to level up to 10 though. That's really big because of course that's when we get our ultimates. Not looking so great, but there hasn't been any curses yet. So it's pretty much all everyone still has their structures. We're behind a little bit in levels, but it's not all hopeless. It's not a position where it can snowball too hard. We're just a little bit behind in the level. So we have missing a couple stats, not a huge deal. Val and I just walking down the lane at the same time through the jungle, just holding hands. Really surprised neither of us saw each other. Yeah, I just think we didn't see each other. We were really close to each other. Oh, Zagara, we want to get killed on Zagara? Nah, just Uther saves her. Yeah, good save on Uther. The tribute up down here. Everyone stop lane messing around, so we all have to run down here. Again, trying to push the lanes. Kel'Thuzad with that empowered, I think it's his Q. Yeah, his empowered Q just instantly clears waves. He's really pretty good at pushing for an assassin. He tried to stun me there, what a jerk. Gets chased off by Leorc. And now there's a fight happening up here. I want to see it. Okay. Alright, so we have a 4v4. Zagara is back here. She's not in the fight yet. And Default is just capturing the tribute. So they're engaging on us, having a fight up here. And I don't think Vala... Yeah, Vala doesn't even go and interrupt this, so we get a free tribute here, basically. And they're all stacked up here. I get a decent zombie wall and throw out the Ravenous Spirit, which is, the classic combo of the Ravenous Spirit zombie wall. And then they all line up, because they increase the AoE and the damage a little bit. Well, at least the, well, not the beginning damage. It would be lower damage than it used to be before the patch, but the AoE buff is a big part of it. So we're able to, I don't mean to brag, but the ult was pretty good. We actually managed to, and that helped win us the fight, and we caught up, and we also got the free tribute, because, yeah, like I said, we initiated over here on this windmill. The tribute's down here, and they just ignored Tychus. I assume it's because our Leorc doing a great job, and running to their face, they wouldn't ignore that. And then we're pushing in all the structures, because we're all dead. So we get a free push as well to help us get us. Now we're caught up in experience, now we're ahead. That was a very aggressive ult trying to push us out. He really wanted to defend the structure, so he threw out his Phoenix. Kel'Thuzad's other ult is the Pyroblast, which I played with it a little bit. I was doing, and Tribute's already respawned, or cooldowns are even off. I was playing around with the other Pyroblast, and some verse AI, just mess around different builds in verse AI. And I like it. I can see why people don't use it, because the 2-second lineup time is ridiculous, but it's very fun. It's definitely a fun ultimate. But I can see why people don't use it, and I see why I don't see it much. And here, there's a bunch of AoE, and I'm surprised no one got lower. We're able to zone them out. I think it's partly our level advantage. You were adds a couple characters barely alive, and we're able to take them, just barely win that fight. Now, poor Valley here. Their warriors are gone. There's all these squishies separated through a whole team. There's not much they can do here. Yeah, they're all separated. I try to zone off Val with my ult. She turns around to interrupt me, and then ends up taking a big old chunk of damage for it. Shouldn't really need to do that. I wasn't going to catch her with it. Leo's going super aggressive, but I love it. And that Kel'Thuzad heroically jumps in front of Zagara to block his W and save her life. I'm not sure that was intentional. It kind of looked like he just turned around to attack him, but I'm just going to pretend that he did that on purpose and is super pro. We're taking the boss fight a moment. See if they... I don't remember if they respond, if they even know we're doing this. So we're getting it. Val's coming up. See if Val... Yeah, Val's going to check. She dips in the jungle and checks that, yeah, we're clearly here doing the boss, but we already have it done by the time they get here. We weren't quite able to get it. Val jumps in to try to contest it while our team goes up, but she was a second too late. It'll take her down. But we're all very low, so we gotta get out of here. Jaina dies out of Ice Block. I don't think anyone was caught in that Maw from Zagara. So that's fine. We can now just back off, and we have that luxury. Between the curse, everything pushing on the curses, we have a boss pushing. We can just leave and heal. We don't need to worry about anything. And so I guess, not everyone needed to leave and heal, so now they're all, they can't, they can't do anything, because they have to deal with the boss. Zagara, big, slow, fat Zerg, gets left behind, unfortunately, because their team's trying to take care of the boss. I've been seeing tons of people get caught by the boss stun lately. I don't know what it is, but characters that have this AoE stun, I've been seeing them get taken down a lot. And oh my god, Leoric just got destroyed. Default in his super fun Thor ultimate, putting down some very long-range firepower. Which I'm glad they changed the way the Thor works. Now it's like this long-range artillery piece, which is a lot of fun. Oh, the wombo combos! Just take them both out with the Ravenous Spirit and the Thor firepower. You're actually able to push up. And also, the whole time, someone's been split pushing. Like, first it was Leoric, then he traded off with Jaina to be split pushing the mid lane. And bottom lane was pushing all on its own. Now we're like 3 levels ahead, so now we're just pooping on him. Had a couple of great ults. And that was really the thing I kind of wanted to upload, was that the Nazeebo ult isn't unusable. I was like seeing Gargantuan so much. I was like, is the Ravenous Spirit just unusable? And I think it's okay. It solves a lot of the same troubles that it used to have, which is that it's so easily interrupted, and a lot of times it's just worthless. But it can still like destroy their entire team if you get a decent ult off. And it's easier to do that. Oh yeah, we just get destroyed here. Kel'Thas comes in and poops like AoE, so much AoE. Living Bomb, his Q, his ult. He managed to get Jaina finishes him off, but she's she's in big trouble. So now there's no reason to stick around. We just gotta get out of here. But yes, trying to play with the Nazeebo ultimate, and yeah, it's not. I'd be hesitant to use it at like higher levels. We're still in placement matches. Oh my goodness, 20 placement matches. If you don't know, so they reset the ranks. You have to go through 20 placement matches. 20. That's huge. That's so much you have to play just to get placed. It's insane. They used to have it. The old system was you just start at the bottom rank, the lowest rank, and you just get promoted from there. And I guess they decided they weren't happy with that, so they'll do placement matches. Pretty par for the course. Just they, you know, a lot of other MOBAs do it. They do it in StarCraft, so it's not a big surprise they went with placement matches. But 20 placement matches is ridiculous. Why 20 placement matches? I'm never going to understand that. So this is one of our placement matches. I think maybe at higher ranks, the Ravenous Spirit becomes more and more riskier. You get higher risk, because it still is able of doing a large amount of damage, but the enemy teams will be responding better to the channel, and will be either interrupting you or avoiding you or whatever. So I still see why people, particularly in like competitive games, wouldn't take it, but I still love it. It's still such a fun ultimate. It's just so satisfying to get that like perfect Ravenous Spirit off that does a stupid amount of damage. Here we go, big fight for this one. Just like that, I got knocked down my ult right away. I got eaten by the Maw. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. But we're still have the damage. We're 3 levels ahead. That's a huge advantage. So we're 3 levels ahead, and we're pushing them out. We took a lot of damage, they just can't finish the kills, though. We're able to chase them. Oh, the shot! Oh, the long-range Thor Q. Beautiful shot. Now it's just poor Sagara, and that was actually an important tribute to defend. And obviously they fought for that. That's the 3rd tribute for them. If they got that, then that's a curse for them. Although being so behind and us not really needing the tribute, maybe it would have been better for them not to contest it and just let it go and try to delay the game so it'd be stronger for when it's 2 out of 3 for both sides. They can go for like a big play, kind of end the game if they win. But whatever. It's you're not communicating with these people that much. Like, you can type a couple things, but you just kind of gotta wing it. Point of the big part of solo queue type deals is that you're not actively communicating with the team, so you just gotta watch out for number 1. And Lily keeping us high health. Lily doing all right. It's kind of hard to like judge Lily just because most of her abilities are auto targeting, and she just positions right and mashes buttons. So it's always hard to appreciate good Lily play. But I haven't noticed her do anything bad. Jane's been caught a few times, but alright, doing well. Everyone in the game seems to be doing mostly a decent enough job. Like, I haven't seen anyone doing anything. No one in here has been doing chronically stupid things. That's all I ask. If you want to make a stupid decision, I understand. Like, I do stupid stuff all the time. If you're going to do only stupid decisions, then it's a bit of a problem. And here, everyone was messing around, because we already know we won. They're desperately trying to survive. And that was the March of the Black King, I believe, from Leoric. And here, yeah, just wait for them. Vala, come out, have some fun, Vala. You can just go pad some damage or something. No, you're not gonna do it. All right, and that's the end of the game. Yeah, not the most exciting match. There's some cool moments in there, but it wasn't really the match I wanted to do. Just like I said, the patch messed everything all up. We'll just mess around with the new Nazeebo ult. And of course, I think And another thing about the Nazeebo, just real quick, is that they're trying to, what I think they're trying to do, and what I would assume they're trying to get all the characters heroics in, is into a place where they're both viable, and that your decision on which to take is based mostly on the respective teams and the map. That's what I would assume. So it's like, oh, there's a lot of choke points, and we have a team that can protect the channel, and or against enemy team that doesn't have a lot of ways to delay the channel, so we will, or interrupt the channel, so we can take the Ravenous Spirit. Versus, oh, we're in a more wide open map, and they have a lot of CCs, so just take the Gargantuan, so you can get the more reliable damage off. Which I would assume they're trying to make what they want to do for everyone's ult is get it all in a position where it is a significant choice on which one you want to take. It's not always, which I would imagine they want to do for all talents. Which maybe they should give up on that a little bit, because there's always going to be talents that are like almost a default choice, and other talents that you'll rarely pick only in certain situations, which I think is okay. It's okay to have a talent that gets picked 1% of the time in very niche situations. Especially certain characters have kind of like trademark talents that really help them and are really good and they don't want to get rid of. With like Nova's ability that like triples her auto attack damage is huge, and she almost always takes that. And that's okay to have really strong talent at certain levels. I think. I mean, I don't make the game. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's enough for this. Here's a Storm we play. Look forward to future ones where I'm probably just upload live games, or we fix the replay UI and hopefully don't patch it in like the next week. Which they're not going to do that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like, enjoy the video, subscribe for more fun.